the Emoji Movie is quite possibly the absolute greatest thing I've ever seen on this world in my entire 14 years of life. Alright, now that's a long time, 14 years, that's like 2002 to 2017, that's a lot of stuff, a lot of movies that come out in that time, there's a big height that the Emoji Movie had in the past where it would be considered the greatest thing that I've ever seen. Let me tell you something, not only did the Emoji Movie surpass these expectations, they just surpassed them in the first 2 seconds of the title screen. It just kept going up like it's freaking NASA going to Mars. It is the best, the absolute best thing that humanity has ever come up with. In terms of scientific achievement, in terms of humor, in terms of soundtrack, sound design, everything, in terms of freaking Beats headphones, it is the greatest thing that I, and the rest of the world, has seen to this day. To the entire billions and quadrillions of years that the Earth has been existing, this is a crown achievement. If aliens ever come to invade us, we show them this, and they know that we're something to not be messed with, cause we are smart and we are geniuses, and the Emoji Movie just proves that to a very, very tall extent. Alright? Now, when I saw the movie, I heard a bunch of negative things about that. I hope all the people who said these negative things and disliked all the trailers go kill themselves. Because it's just, how? Alright, you need to have some mental issues to think that this is a bad movie. It is the best thing ever. If you even give it like a 49, it's like slightly in a negative area. If you give it even a 99, I'm gonna come to your house and I'm gonna kidnap you. Alright, have you ever seen the Saw movies? It's gonna be something like that. Because anybody who doesn't think that this is a masterpiece of design is a freaking insane maniac. And they need to be tortured. Alright? So the Emoji Movie, the Emoji Movie is about emojis living in, Textopolis or whatever, right? You got this main guy, he's a meh emoji, but he's not meh. See, that's really deep design, alright? You got one guy who's supposed to be something, and he's not that. I mean, how many times have you seen movies like really talk about a message like that? I haven't really seen that at all, to be honest. And then, he's about to get deleted because he sucked, and then he tries to escape, alright? And then the freaking dictator wants to go after him. And so then he has to escape the dictator who's trying to stop him from being who he wants to be. That is so freaking deep on all levels, alright? That is more deep than the Mediterranean Sea, alright? That's just, words can't describe how amazing and deep that is. That's the best thing ever, alright? And so listen to this. The meh emoji who isn't actually meh escapes. And then he meets up with another emoji called Jailbreak, whose design is totally 100% original, alright? I saw the Lego movie too, and there's some comparisons against, I forget the name of that girl Lego character helping out the, actually I don't freaking remember what that was at all. So her design is 100% original, right? It doesn't look anything like the Lego person at all. And so then, he also meets up with a high five emoji. High five emoji. Like, okay. See, this is what I think that it represents to me personally, alright? You know how we high five people when we're happy? But see, the guy is meh, so he's not happy at all. So what he's doing is he's meeting someone who represents happiness, and is teaming up with happiness to change his attitude about things. That's just like, that's a miracle. That's just, like, okay, I have seen Citizen Kane, I have seen Saving Private Ryan, I've seen all these Oscar winning, like, movies, alright? But let me tell you something, none of them have discussed any like, emotional things such on that level. Like, you see movies talk about, oh, you got this guy who, like, things around him change him, but you don't see anyone who actually meets someone who changes him for him. Like, why wasn't that done ever? Like, ever, in like the 100 years that cinema's been around, why hasn't that been done? That really disappoints me that this that this is the start of it. But thank God it was done so well, alright? Now, the high five emoji isn't just added in for some cheap observational humor. It's added in to really add to the story. Like, there's one part in the movie where the high five emoji literally saves the main protagonist emoji from falling off a cliff, and then they make out and have sex, alright? That... And it's amazing too, because the movie's promoting homosexual relationships. See, you know, there's a girl character in the movie that's also a friend of the main protagonist, but she doesn't get anything with him. You know, it's all about the meh emoji and the high five emoji. You know, they all just kind of come together and they just get it on. Like, the movie is really trying to advocate a political agenda, but in this case, the movie does it so well that I don't even care if it's trying to promote one particular viewpoint, because it does it so well that I can't even say anything else but just give it credit. Alright, so they go on, they just do adventure stuff, but jeez, at every place they go, every place has a purpose. Every object, every setting, it develops a story to a degree which wouldn't have been possible otherwise. See, you know, when I heard about emojis, I was like, okay, well, how are they going to do this? But then, they did it. And so, now I just don't even have anything left to say, because they took the words right out of my mouth. So, they go to places like the Candy Crush Land, they go to Dropbox, they go on the YouTube app, but see, you might be thinking to yourself, like, whoa, isn't this paid promotion? Isn't this advertising? Isn't this just product placement? And you know what, you would have a point if this was a DC movie, but this is the Emoji Movie. Give it some respect, for crying out loud. I mean, how do you expect emojis to develop themselves and go on massive adventures about product placement? And it's not just a cheap advertising too. Like I said about the settings, it really develops things further. Like, they got the Just Dance, they do a dance off, and they develop the characters even further. Like, there's finish lines, and then this movie just like quadruples the finish line, and they already passed it like 2 minutes in. That's just freaking amazing. So, at the end of the day, they go to the place that they wanted to go to, and then the mad protagonist emoji, he's like, I don't want to be here, I want to go back and live my life the way I am. And I guess that really teaches kids that... I got some Cheetos, I want to eat these Cheetos. So, as I already said, the Emoji Movie is like groundbreaking on all levels, all possible levels, alright? So, what else is there to talk about? I've already talked about the main plot. What about the jokes? The jokes... I got Cheeto dust. The jokes are freaking hilarious, alright? You know, I've seen comedians do stand up and talk about funny stuff, but nothing even compares to this. So, you might be thinking that since it's about emojis, and there's only so much they can really talk about with emojis, because you're the simple-minded, closed-minded fucks you are. You're wrong. You're all wrong. Alright? This movie just blows minds like porn stars blow dicks. You don't see that kind of stuff go out any average cinema. The Emoji Movie takes so much risk with its humor. Like, there was a Holocaust joke. In fact, there was a Holocaust joke every 30 seconds, non-stop. It was just there. It's like Holocaust, Jews, 6 million deaths, Jude stars, gold stars, frickin' Israel, the Nazis. You know, it just kept going on like that. Now, you might be thinking to yourself that it's kind of bad taste. Like, you're just talking about the Holocaust, talking about all these bad things happen. Well, let me tell you something. The Holocaust is now an emoji. Like, they got an Auschwitz concentration camp as an emoji. It's part of the new Apple iOS update, too. You download the update, and you have Auschwitz as an emoji. And speaking of emojis, there's this one subplot within the film where there's this kid in elementary school, you know, he wants to get with this girl, you know, that's what boys do. It's a commentary on society talking about how boys just like to treat women like sex objects all the time. It was really, really hard-hitting in the philosophical area in my brain, in my frontal lobe. So, here's what they decided to do. Like, they could have just done some kind of, like, lame subplot where this guy just meets this girl, learns to develop with her and whatever. But they don't want to do that, because that's stupid. So, here's what they decided to do. The plot is that he needs to send a very special emoji to get in this girl's pants. So he decides to send the mad emoji. The main protagonist guy, he makes the wrong face, and that is actually pretty funny. Cause the girl's like, what the heck? What the heck? What the heck is that? You just made a wrong face. That's not what emojis do. And so he makes the wrong face, and then the boy's like, and then at the end of the movie, he sends the right emoji, and he gets up the girl. Now, it's this funny freaking thing. It's a pretty good movie. I suggest that you watch it right away.